Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Scales of the Soul. If you're new here, welcome. And for those of you that continually show support and show up, welcome back. So today we are going to do my first pick a card. Gonna try this out, see how it goes. But yeah, trying to get back into the flow of things. I've been gone for a couple of months traveling and I'm back at it. So as with any reading, take what resonates, leave what does not behind. We're going to take a look into your love life and what it has in store for you, what energies you are calling in, what energies are sort of surrounding you in your love life. And yeah, so let's get into it. So we were going to have pile number 1, 2, and 3 right here. So if you want to just kind of take a deep breath, tune into those energies, see which one sort of calls to you if you want to do it intuitively that way. Or I also have alchemy cards that I will pull out. And if that helps you with your intuition, I will pull those out right now and you can choose from there. Timestamps will be in the description box below if I can figure it out. Haven't gotten that far yet. And you can go ahead and advance forward to that. Again, as with any reading, take what resonates, leave what does not. I hope you guys enjoy this reading. Thanks for being here. So take a minute on 1, 2, 3. If any of those pop out to you intuitively. Otherwise, we have lead for number 1, the lead card. We have silver for the number 2 pile. And we have ash for the number 3 pile. So again, take a moment, tune into those energies, see which ones call to you. So pile number 1, if you chose the lead card, this is your reading. I did go ahead and pre-shuffle all the cards and just to save a little bit of time for us. So we have a general sort of energy that pulled out for you guys. And then we'll dip into some of the tarot to get a little bit more clarity and depth on our answers. So the lead card to me, right out of the gate, when we think about lead, we think about heaviness, we think about weight, we think about density. Um, it's also really standing out to me the black and white, this contrast, this sort of yin yang energy. So maybe there's some really deep heaviness happening within your love life, within your relationship, even with self. But as I say often, you can't have dark without the light, and you can't have light without the dark. So you need to go through the shadowy aspects to release some of that weight, to transform yourself, to allow yourself to move on to the next chapter of your life. We also have some Saturn energy here, which Saturn is the karmic god of law and justice, bringing about a lot of change, a lot of different aspects karmically. So, this could be a very karmic partner. This could be somebody that really triggers you per se, that brings a contrast. Triggering isn't always necessarily a bad thing when it is not toxic. But oftentimes we have karmic partners that trigger us into our growth, and it can be challenging. It can be very hard energy to work with. But it is that dualistic nature, that sort of synergy that needs to happen with your energy and theirs in order for the highest growth to happen. We don't always end up staying with these karmic partners. We don't always end up staying with twin flames, if you believe in that sort of thing. They are there to literally be the hypothetical mirror for us to look into to see where we are unhealed. Because oftentimes when we are triggered, it is because there's something within ourselves that is being shown to us. So don't hate the player, hate the game, okay? Okay, so that being said, it's also number 20, which 10 and 10, again, it's those closing of the chapter. 10 is like a number of completion. 20, you have both sides of completion. So this could be an end of a cycle between you and your person, but let's look a little bit deeper into it. So pile number 1. Thanks guys for being here. Let's see what we got. So I did pull 2 archetype cards to kind of get a feel of what your energy is and what their energy is. And however that resonates for you, you choose. Typically, I'm not even gonna say that. You choose one of these energies will feel like yours, and one of these energies will feel like theirs. Um, if this pile does not resonate with you, go ahead and skip forward and see if another one does. But let's see. So we got, ooh, the Mother and the Destroyer. Yeah, see, okay, interesting. I'm getting a lot of self-sabotaging type of energy. A lot of, like, for lack of a better word, I don't like titling it as this. I don't like labeling people as this. However, there are people that have narcissistic tendencies. I'm feeling very empath narcissist, that very sort of twin flame type of energy. With this mother energy, you are, maybe not even you, maybe they are. One of you is the nurturer. One of you is the empath. One of you is the one that continually wants to take care of the other person. However, I'm getting this like heavy lead energy because this person, whether it be you or them, is a self-sabotager. It's easier for that party to, I'm feeling like this is them and this is you, but it may be the opposite. I'm feeling like your partner has a tendency to have destructive characteristics, whether that be psychologically, whether that be, um, sorry guys, I'm getting a call and that's confirmation. So we'll take that. Let me cancel this out really quick. Um, whether that be psychological, whether that be partaking in, substances that sort of lead to a destructive mindset. I'm getting a lot of unhealed energy from this person. And I'm really feeling like this is you guys and this is your partner. Again, it may be flipped, but I'm really feeling like you are so tightly wound with seeing the beauty, with seeing this pearl in the center of all like destruction around it. Like it's like you see this potential in this person and you are meant to unfurl sort of the layers within yourself mostly, but also for them, to lead to this transformation, to lead to the ultimate beauty. However, do not destroy yourself in the process because you can't save people that don't want to be saved. So that being said, I feel like this person knows that they have a light at the center of their heart. They know that they are pure of heart. However, there is so much unhealed darkness and shadow work that they have yet to go through. So do not destroy yourself in the process. Um, I'm getting stalking vibes as well. So you may be in separation with your person, some of you. And I feel like there is sort of this lurking in the shadows because they see your light, they see your beauty, and they're kind of beating themselves up because they don't know how to get out of this place. And it's not your responsibility to help them out of this sort of weighted down density of thought, density of self type of energy. They have to actually really put one foot in front of the other and do the work. So let's see. So your person may be an air sign. They may have air sign placements, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Air signs are also all about intellect, about thought, about mind. I'm feeling a lot of sort of mind um, contemplation, like being very introspective right now. Um, I'm feeling like you guys are in a separation. It's like that push pull. I'm seeing like running away and coming back, running away and coming back kind of thing. Um, it could also be, like I said, they could have a strong air sign placements. However, this could be also the cycle of when you guys come together and when you guys fall apart. Air is very free flowing, as we know. It's allowing, learning to allow the thoughts to sort of navigate you, not control you. Um, I'm hearing stand strong in your power. So for those of you that maybe are in separation and want to reach out to this person because you are that nurturer, you are that mother, and you want to check in on them and make sure they're good and make sure they're okay. Stand strong in your power. The space is actually doing more work than you being there and you showing up in all the ways that you always would, that you once used to. Okay. And yes, we got confirmation. Yes, luck is on your side. See, so again, confirmation, maybe ladybugs is a big thing for you. It could be a sign that your person is thinking about you or that, it's just confirmation from your spirit guides. Um, but I'm seeing this yes as yes, take the time away, take the time to reflect and nurture yourself and allow them to do the same, to figure it out on their own. Perhaps you've had a pattern 1111 on the timer. Perhaps you've had a pattern of constantly showing up and making sure they're okay, but at the expense and cost of your own well being. Okay, so we're going to get a couple of messages from your person that, again, I pre-shuffled. I have not seen any of these cards, but let's see if your souls could speak right now. Ooh, well, there could be some of that. I've committed to someone else because they don't challenge me, because it's easy. You challenge this person. You force them to, not force, you lend an opportunity for them to reflect upon themselves. You lend them an opportunity to see them, but it's easier to just go to someone who doesn't challenge them. Mm. My heart always my heart always comes back to you, although we are apart. It has been difficult to let you go. Yeah, you're definitely on this person's mind. They haven't stopped thinking about you, even if, and again, this is a general reading, guys. This is not going to resonate for everybody, but if they have moved on to another party, you're still on their mind constantly. I am rediscovering myself so I can provide the love and relationship you deserve. And for some of you, your person is actually finally doing the work because they've been pushed into that sort of reflective state where they had to really like face themselves. You may have pointed out things to them of, things that needed to be healed, things that needed to be realized. Okay. And then we got two more. This is interesting. Is this like the conflict of the mind? Beauty, you are beautiful inside and out. No one can compare to you. Toxic, we bring out the worst in each other and it's unhealthy. It's that contradiction. It's that triggering type of energy. What was I saying? They see your beauty. They see your light. They see what you bring to the table. However, this toxicity is that triggering aspect. It's that mirroring essence. Um, like I said in the beginning of this, mirroring it's a tough energy. It's a very uneasy energy to sit in sometimes because, again, most of the time when we are triggered, it's because there's something within ourselves that is unhealed. And if we don't take the time to actually reflect on that and instead of pointing fingers at somebody else, look back at yourself and say, well, why am I being triggered about this so deeply? You gotta take that into account and really, really think about that. Okay, so let's pull a little bit of tarot and get some clarifiers on here. Okay. Spirit, let me see. Just show me what pile one needs to hear from their guides. What information does pile one need to hear? Okay. We got the High Priestess, the Eight of Wands, and the Empress in reverse. Interesting. So, what I'm hearing and getting from this, the swiftness is moving away fast. Eight of Wands is a very fast moving card. It is forward motion. I'm hearing harness your magic and work on your own intuition and focus. The High Priestess is the feminine version of the magician. She is like the all-knowing, the connected to that which is unseen. connected to the higher realms. She is a mystic. And I say she in the feminine energy of it, not based off of gender. But moving swiftly towards the actions that you do want to take for your highest good. Um, Interesting. They're talking about bleeding out. Okay, so this pomegranate reminds me a lot of Persephone and that whole story, but pomegranates are similar to innocence, to purity, to vital life force, sexuality, all of that. And I feel like that's being drained from you in this dynamic that you're currently in. Um, this Eight of Wands is telling me again to move away from it, move away from the toxicity, from the challenges, provide a little bit of space so reflection can happen. If you're right up on a mirror, you can't see a reflection. You're too close to it. But if you move away, you see the whole picture, right? So taking that time and space is going to be very important because then it's interesting because we had the mother card that came out as the archetype for you, and now we have the Empress in reverse. And that's the opposite. The Empress in reverse came out in my live last night, actually. The Empress in reverse it's the mother card of the tarot. And when it comes out in reverse like this, that to me usually is spirit communicating that it's time to take care of yourself instead of everybody else. The Empress is the mother, and now it's time for you to mother you, mother yourself. Have clarity. These stars are really sticking out, and that reminds me of the star card. You could be an Aquarius. Aquarius could be heavy in your chart. They could be an Aquarius, but the star card is all about illumination, transformation, reward. And I feel like that's, again, it's facing towards me as a reader in reverse. And that usually reflects upon self. So having the illumination of self, taking the time to really figure out what it is within yourself that is keeping you in this type of challenging energy. Do I want to pull any more? No, you know what? I'm going to leave this one here. Let me know down below in the comments if this resonates for you. I appreciate you guys being here. And if this didn't resonate, check out some of the other piles and see if they do. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye. Hey, guys, if you pick pile number 2 or you pick the silver card, this is your reading. So interesting. I wanted to look at the book for Silver just to see what she had written, and I accidentally grabbed her other book for her other deck and opened to the same page number as Silver would have been, and the healer card is what appeared. So that's telling me that you have a healing essence by nature. You may even be a nurse, doctor, Reiki practitioner, shamanic healer, whatever it may be, spiritual teacher, whatever it may be, you have very healing type of energy coming through. Silver itself is known as the moon metal. It is kind of secondary to gold. Gold has the tendency to not need to be polished to hold and retain its metallic shiny beauty, whereas silver asks for your participation. That's something that really stood out to me as a download is that silver asks for your participation. Just in the same way that a mirror, if it's too dirty, you can't see any, you can't see the reflections. So that's going to be a heavy theme, I feel like, for this reading for you and love is, are you participating in cleaning up the tarnished areas in your life? Interesting. And moon energy. Maybe some of you are cancers. Cancer time of year could be something very permanent or prominent for you. Your person could be a cancer. Cancers are sort of the emotional baddies. I have so many cancers in my life, and it's so interesting. It wasn't until like later in my life did I realize how many I had that surrounded me. But cancers are very, very deep emotional thinkers. So perhaps If you have a Cancer in your life, if you are a Cancer, if your person's a Cancer, there's a lot to be learned from them. So ask some advice to the ones that maybe stand out to you, or even just look up the sign of Cancer if none of those resonate with you. There may be some messages that you need to hear. Okay. So that being said, let's move on. So I did pre-shuffle and just grab some, had some cards for each deck because I wanted to save some time. So um, in each of them, I pulled out two cards for you and your person that represent either of your energies. These are the archetype cards. So you choose which one resonates for you and which one resonates for them. Feeling I'm honestly feeling it's nope, nope, we're going this way. Okay. I'm feeling personally that the flame card represents you and the riddle represents them. Um, I'm hearing a riddle with no answer. For some of you, you want this is really interesting. Okay. For some of you, yeah, you may resonate with the twin flame thing and like you're trying to fit a square into a circle kind of energy, I feel like for some of you. But from what I'm getting from this flame card is that you are the twin flame that you're seeking, is what they're telling me. Um, I think a lot of us have the tendency to externally seek validation and love and, want that partnership, which, yes, it is incredibly important. But if we are not doing the work within ourselves and doing the reflection within ourselves, how are we supposed to meet somebody else to that degree? For those of you that are in a relationship currently, I feel like there's some unease. It's almost like you're both out of grasp of one another. I'm hearing a riddle. You're a riddle with no answer. That's something that my guides have told me before. And that to me says that there really is no clarity or longevity of honesty, of truth. It's one thing to be mysterious. And yes, it is one thing to, you know, hold pieces of you very close to yourself or not reveal, but then when you think about it, are you not revealing those aspects and holding them tight because you haven't healed and moved on from them yourself? And this could go for you or your person. I'm feeling like this is maybe a little bit more of your person's energy. Um, but I'm feeling like there's this very, from them, I'm feeling like there's this very protective energy. Like they don't really let many people into their inner world. Like you may have met the depths of them, but you still are like you're a stranger. Like I don't like you don't reveal anything. You don't allow me to come and really meet the depths of you. And I feel like that's maybe what you're yearning for. Like you're kind of walking through this darkness with just this little lit candle. Like there's no light to the room. There's no light to seeing the inner depths of this person. Interesting energy. These hands are really standing out to me. It's like you're both trying to like reach for one another in this like enlightenment in this center pearl, but like there's this constant go around of oh, I'm only going to give you so much, but you're never going to kind of get the whole picture. When really, like at the end of the day, you both just want this connection. I'm feeling both of you, honestly. If I'm being real, I'm feeling both of you are very guarded. And like I was saying, silver requires your participation. Um, so that being said, perhaps it's a message for you to take the time to understand like why you're guarding certain parts of yourself, for what reasons. Have you not healed those areas? Have you held on to certain past energies? It's time to look into the future instead of mingling with the ghosts of the past. Um, The snake energy is really standing out as well in this knot energy. It is, yes, this infinite body. There is no head or tail on this snake or the snake skin, um, which is a constant transformation, which is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. We should all be evolving. We should all be constantly moving forward. But cycles are also important. There has to be sort of a beginning and end in order to move on to the next chapter. There needs to be some sort of a break, otherwise you're just gonna be in that cyclical repetition over and over and over. This is a really interesting energy. It's like both of you really, really desire that connection. Both of you really desire, like, wanting to get closer to your person or to a person, even if you are single, like, you really desire that. However, it just feels like everything's constantly out of reach, and it's because you haven't allowed the cycles to close. Be the light in the darkness of night. Mm. And riddles. I mean, spirit speaks to me in general in metaphors and riddles. So that may resonate for some of you to be the light in the darkness of night. Sometimes you got to be your own light in order to move forward, in order to guide your path in the darkness. That's interesting. What do we have? And communicate. Hmm. Pets and compromise. I mean, for some of you, you could be talking about adopting a pet, or you could share a pet. Animals are messengers. Animals have a lot to teach us. So I don't know. For some of you, I'm feeling like, yes, pets may be a very comforting thing, comforting energy around you or between the two of you. Um, I'm hearing, though, more so animals. Like, and now I'm hearing pests. Interesting. More so animals, animal messengers, paying attention to the animals that cross your path, paying attention to the messages that show up for you when certain animals are present. Tuning in, oftentimes when animals cross our path, there is a very specific message that we should be paying attention to. And then communicate, compromise, forgive, work it out. I feel like both of your energies are very strong-willed, which is beautiful and can be great. However, it can be very challenging to break down those old paradigms, those old limiting beliefs, because you're both so strong-willed in your own energy of protection that if you're not communicating and having the willingness to express what you truly feel or even comprehend what you're truly feeling, you can't really evolve with another person. And for some of you, maybe you need to come to a compromise. Maybe you need to forgive the other person for something, or they need to forgive you for something. But if you don't communicate, you can never get to that next level. So this reading's like, I don't know, it's kind of all over the place for me. It's like I can see like a picture and a directive, but getting there just feels like there's no clarity of mind. And I kind of feel like you're both like that. Like your everyday to day life is very constructed and very structured, and you have all of that under lock, but your love life and your vulnerability within a partnership or within a relationship is so contradictory to that energy. It's very lackadaisical, but also very, what is the word I'm looking for? Like, ugh, like unsure, like very unsettled. So get really clear in your mind of what it is that you truly want to call in, because it's sending mixed signals. Like I'm getting like such like they're showing me like wires crossing, like total cross wires. The wires are frayed. Like there's not like a a solid like motherboard connection. Like everything is just kind of like jumbled together in what it is that you truly want. I don't know if that makes sense for you guys. That's just what I'm being shown. It makes sense in my mind, but yeah, there's you need to just get clear on your shit. You need to get clear in your mind of what it is that you really want. And so does your person. I feel like you're both very, very similar in that essence, which is also probably why you're in this sort of unease. I don't think that all of you are in separation. Some of you may be for sure. But it's just like there's this gray area. I'm just getting a lot of gray. Like there's just this gray area with like no real clarity. Let's see. Let's see what messages came through for you guys. Mm. I wasn't honest with you about my feelings at the time and it's backfiring. I'm not happy without you. Yeah, see, I feel like I was insecure and ghosted you out of selfishness. I cheated you out of real love. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, you guys are so similar in your energy. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like you or your person, one of you, there was one party that stepped away when it got hard because the other person wasn't communicating properly. And so instead of like really putting forth the effort to understand, both of you just said, all right, bye, peace. I'm going to go do me and repeat the same patterns and keep myself locked up in this tight bound protection net. 33 on the timer as I say that. Okay. Here we go again. Resistance. I'm hiding my true heartfelt feelings for you. Finances. I have financial concerns that require my full attention. Some of you, your person may have been really concerned about money and job. That maybe have been part of what they were embarrassed about their vulnerability, but didn't really want to fully admit it to you. Maybe perhaps you really have kind of your life together financially and they don't. And um, that was embarrassing for them. And they just didn't really know how to share that with you because it almost intimidated them. Um, and again, these two cards, like they weren't being honest about how they really felt. And instead of trying to express it, it's like it was easier for them to just sabotage rather than lean into it, rather than have active participation like the silver. This is an interesting reading, guys. But I also kind of like I understand. I understand it. It's time for you to get very clear on what it is that you do want and focus on that and not what you don't want. So, that is your reading. That one was kind of, again, it was all over the place, but it made a lot of sense in my mind. I hope it made sense in yours. If this resonated, let me know down below in those comments. And if you guys haven't already, please like and subscribe. I appreciate you being here, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye. Hi, pile three. If you chose a third pile or the ash card, this is your reading. So let's talk about this ash card. When you think about ash, it's the aftermath of the fire, of the flames, of the burning, wild, warm energy. So I'm gonna just take a guess and just say this may be a past relationship that you're dealing with. But ash is very lightweight and has the tendency to just be able to be gently swept away and cleared by the winds of change. Um, It's also a connection to, that again, like that which is past, the ancestors. You may have even lost somebody recently. Um, and this is just confirmation that they are here supporting you. Um, Confirmation, getting a phone call right now. Let's look into it a little bit further. Let's see what's going on for you guys in love. So I did do a pre-shuffle and just got some cards out for each of the piles. The first two are the archetype cards, so it is representative of you or your person's energy. If these don't resonate with you, check out one of the other piles and see if maybe they do. The pilgrim and the prayer. Yeah, I'm really getting, I mean, maybe even for some of you, you just recently lost somebody that you loved tremendously. Um, and I apologize. I'm so sorry for your loss if this resonates with you. Um, the pilgrim and the prayer. This is actually kind of a really cool energy. When you think about the pilgrims, it's taking a journey, meeting new land, becoming aware of the surroundings around you, um, really being attuned to your resources, having sort of that awareness of something beyond yourself, because then you think of prayer as well. And obviously, prayer is a message or an ask for gratitude or an ask for help or an ask for enlightenment. Um, and, prayer doesn't have to just be simply one religion. Prayer is recognized across the board by several. So, whatever it is that you believe in, whether it be the universe, God, your higher self, whatever it may be, whatever you resonate with, uh, prayer is going to be very important. And I'm also hearing your prayers will be answered. It's also a way to communicate to those who have passed on. I feel like for love and for you, if it is a case where somebody recently that you really love deeply has moved on into the next realm, that person is going to be guiding you to this next connection. Um, I'm also hearing love yourself and go on the journey. That being said, some of you may be nomadic by nature, and it is kind of a timeline for you to really focus in on yourself and your own journey and your own energy of exploration, getting out in nature, connecting that way. And you're going to meet somebody along the path that way because they are a very like-minded soul, also going through very similar type of a pilgrimage, a similar type of experience. And then I'm also hearing for some of you, your prayers are about to be answered. So maybe you have been a very solitary type of person and you've just kind of been on this journey and really exploring self and, you know, what this planet has to offer. And maybe you've been praying for a long time. You've been praying to your ancestors, like, please bring me my love. I'm hearing your prayers are about to be answered. Uh, This is a very, like, very calm energy, very fulfilling, very colorful. A lot of, like, equal exchange of energy, I'm hearing. Like, there's a lot of great give and take. There's a lot of wisdom to be gained by listening and by also speaking and teaching. I this is a really beautiful, like, safe, comforting energy that I'm feeling for you guys. Some of you may already be in this. But I'm feeling like for a lot of you that picked this pile, you've been yearning for this type of energy and it's coming. This safe, I'm just hearing like being held, like this safe energy is coming for you. I'm hearing reach out and touch faith. By Marilyn Manson. That could be a sign for you guys. Contradictory, like you may come from very different backgrounds as far as your religious or spiritual um identification is. I don't know, just because Marilyn Manson is very much so of the sort of gothic type of energy and reach out and touch faith. To me, yes, it is a lyric, but faith has a tendency to be a little bit more Christian Catholic. that type of energy. So you may come from very different spiritual backgrounds. You may even be opposites in appearance, or somebody that you never thought that you would typically be attracted to. So keep your heart open. I'm hearing keep your heart open. This is a really I really love this energy, guys. This is really cool. Okay. And it's been interesting because each pile has been like a progression. So, I don't know, you may wanna go back and watch the other ones too because it may be part of your story and some connections or maybe some things that resonate, I don't know. Let go. Yeah. Make room for the new beginning. It's it's on its way to you. I haven't looked at these cards, guys. I just pre-shuffle to save some time, but yeah, letting go of, the old past, and allowing this new energy to come in. I love that. Oh, commitment. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, pile 3, this new person coming in, I don't know. This is gonna be beautiful for you. It's this safe love. I don't even wanna cover these cards, like, I've had all the other ones in a very different setup, but I'm just I'm really excited for you guys. This is such a great, great, safe, wholesome, reciprocal energy. And there can be some commitment that happens. I feel like it's gonna start off really kind of just like slow, coy, just getting to know each other, sharing like similar stories and interests. And it's gonna grow into this beautiful, like magnificent, once in a lifetime type of love. Oh, let's go, pile 3. I'm about it. Okay. You guys also got you got some cards as well. Let's see. Okay. You're my home. This is I feel like from your past. You're my home, you're the only person I felt a true connection with and I failed you. Ooh. I couldn't handle my intense feelings for you and it was easier to keep you as a friend, but I crave you. Okay, I'm getting friend zone vibes. Like you may have yeah, interesting. Sorry, there's 3 of these. I didn't realize. You're the love of my life and I failed to see that until now. I know that our love was real and true. Okay. So for some of you, I'm seeing, maybe it could have been a metaphorical type of death. Some of you, I think, definitely actually lost somebody, but I think for a lot of you, it was kind of this metaphorical death that happened with your past relationship. And I'm just going to be honest, like it had to happen this way. They didn't see your value. It had to happen this way so that the right person could come in, so that the right person could meet you at the same timeline that you are at and offer you the same type of love that you give out. Um, and your person's realizing now in this. It may have been like I was saying earlier, it may have even been like a friendship thing that developed into more, or they denied it and just, tried to pretend that they only had feelings for you as, platonically as a friend, but at the end of the day, like, you have been their safe haven and their biggest support and their I'm hearing their secret crush. Um, I was hearing different words, but I'm not gonna say that. Uh, but that being said, it was like that kind of had to separate that connection kinda had to separate in order for this new energy to come in, which is really exciting. I'm very excited for you guys. Um, and our last one, divine timing. I have faith that when the time is right, the divine will have us cross paths again. So perhaps for some of you, this could be a rekindling. It could be. Um, but I'm just going to go ahead and cross out this again back here, down here, because I feel like for the majority of you, this is going to be a no coincidence type of happening, a divine intervention. I feel like you are about to cross paths with somebody that you've has been meant to cross your path for a long time. However, the timing was never right. And now that door has opened, that timeline has opened, that possibility has opened. So it's going to happen. Let's get a couple of tarot cards on this and then we will close it out. What does pile number 3 need to hear about this? About this safe love. I should never sing again. Sorry, guys. Okay. Ooh. Anything else? Okay. What did we get here? Okay, so we got the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. We got the 10 of Pentacles. Whoops. Upright. And we got, ooh, the Devil card. Interesting. Huh. Okay, what I'm getting is where you were placing value before. So we have 2 Pentacles cards here. 7 of Pentacles is like stagnation. It's like where you were placing all your value before was holding you back. And now it's lending you a hand to this 10 of Pentacles, this like ultimate wealth, this ultimate abundance, this incredible timeline for what it is that you value. I love that she's also like in nature with her dogs and hanging out, connecting to the earth energies. Um anyways, sorry, I just went deep into that card. This is a new deck and I haven't seen a lot of them. Yeah, I think you are in this type of energy right now, this abundant energy. Now, the devil card, however, devil cards card is all about like temptation. It's all about the things that don't serve us that keep us bound. So, with that being said, don't go back to old comforts just because you know them, just because it's routine, just because it feels like it just feels easy because you know it. What's to come is even better than that. So, that being said, your abundance is going to come from no longer giving away your value to somebody that does not reciprocate it. So, pile 3, that is your reading. I hope this resonates for you guys. Let me know down in the comments below if you haven't already. Please hit that like button and subscribe. And I appreciate you guys being here. I will see you on the next one. Bye.